So hey everyone, I am back and in today's video I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic, and that is time perception. So let's first talk about time perception. By time perception I mean our brain's ability to uh, perceive and process time itself, the flow of events, the flow of time. So the question is, how does the brain perceive the flow of time? So the first thing to state over here is that our bodies don't have any particular organ, nor does our brain has any particular area that specifically processes time, but instead a lot of brain regions collaborate to generate this experience we call time. So a lot of brain regions are involved. For example, the supramarginal gyrus over here in your brain, this is important, and others areas include cerebellum, basal ganglia, and frontoparietal networks. There are a few theories on time perception. So the first is the pacemaker model. This might be a little bit difficult to grasp, but here's how it works. Your brain has an internal stopwatch, and it fluctuates between you it fluctuates based on your emotional states. For example, when you are in a emotional state of fear, or when you're really paying attention to your environment, you start to experience that time is moving more slowly. Why? Because you're noticing time more. On the other hand, when you're immersed in fun activities, things you enjoy, you don't tend to notice time, which is why when you're having fun, time seems to fly because you're not noticing time. And when you're bored, when you are uh, when you are waiting for something, when you are in a state of high arousal, high emotional response, then you tend to feel that time is passing more slowly. But it just happens because you are noticing time more focused. You're more focused on time itself. When you're having fun, you're not focused on time itself, you're focused on the activity you are doing. All right. So another theory around our ability to perceive time is the Bayesian hypothesis when it relates to time perception. So, uh, but basically, what this means is that your brain just doesn't perceive time passively; it actually predicts it actively. For example, based on what you have experienced in the past, you have developed memories about how long it takes to do certain task. If you go to school and it takes you 5 minutes to go to school, then you have formed a memory that it will take you 5 minutes to go to school. So now your brain actually creates a feeling that whenever you go to school, that 5 minutes have passed. For if someday you go to school and in objectively 10 minutes have passed, your brain will still make you think that 5 minutes have passed based on what has what you have experienced in the past. So the basic takeaway from this is that time is not constant, it is relative. It fluctuates based on our emotional state and what we are doing in the moment, what we are focused on. So the Bayesian hypothesis, which I just stated, the main takeaway from this specific hypothesis is that our brain doesn't just perceive time passively, just like it's flowing. It actively creates time in our heads. The perception of time is created in our heads, not just actively perceived. All right. So it's a mix of biological rhythms, cognitive processing, and other brain neural activities. It is a very complicated structure, and we can dive really deep into the details, but I think this is enough for today. This was a relatively short video, but I hope you learned something new. See you in the next one.